Hey guys, how you doing? Bringer here. Welcome back to the channel for another aircraft carrier preview. Going over the British carrier line today. Just want to thank everybody who's new to the channel, new subscribers. You guys rock. If you're new to the channel on this video, consider subscribing, support me. Support the channel. Alright, disclaimer, like the other three videos, this info is coming from the PC. We're only going to be looking at the armor viewer, the speed of the ship, and the type of aircraft on the ship, and looking at the history of the ship. Just to give you guys a quick look at what's coming when we do get them to the legends with us. Alright, first carrier up in the line is the Hermes. Entered service in 1942, one ship in the series. One of the first aircraft carriers of special construction in the world. The ship featured a very good speed for her time, had armor protection similar to that of a cruiser, and carried quite a powerful secondary battery. One of her drawbacks was the small size of her aircraft hangar. Let's have a look at her. Got some deck guns. Definitely does have a smaller flight group than the other carriers we've looked at. Alright. 25 knots. Not the slowest, not the fastest. Aircraft. We got the Gloucester Sea Gladiator. Torpedo bombers. Ferry? Albacore? And the ferry swordfish. The old swordfish. Armor layout. Armor belt 76. Some of its casemate armor. Right here you got a small citadel piece above the waterline. Deck 25. Not too bad for the lower tier. Now, like the thing said, this ship was actually special built to be an aircraft carrier, so a lot of the other ships were converted. Their first carriers were converted into the carrier, so let's have a look at everything else here. What's the Citadel by itself look like? Interesting. It's like a Lego block. So you got casemate armor that surrounds it. Kind of covers it up for the most part. Not too bad. Moving on to the next ship. That was the Hermes. Next carrier up would be the Furious. Entered service 1917, one ship in the series. A relatively large ship that was initially laid down as a battlecruiser before being refitted into a full-fledged aircraft carrier in several steps. The ship was finally commissioned by the Navy in 1925 and held the status of being the fastest carrier at that time. Look at her. That is an absolutely ugly front end. It's got some armaments on it though. It's kind of a blunt back. Not even a hangout area back there. No shade for you. I guess that ain't bad. Yeah, they did say it was a large battle cruiser, so you can see how it was just kind of plopped up on here. Okay, guess it makes sense. It's got that unique deck too. Look at this deck. It goes, and then it has a ramp. Slow you down for landing, I suppose. Alright. 31.5 knot speed. Aircraft. Get the Blackburn Skua. I'm probably butchering these names. I apologize. Ferry Albacore again, and the Blackburn Skua up front. Armor layout. 20 mil deck, or 21/16 sides. Armor belt. 19 mil front and bow. Wouldn't have been the greatest heavy cruiser with that type of bow. Just pop some parts off, see what we're looking at there. Okay, so that covers up pretty good there. That's an interesting design there. It's kind of like a protected cruiser Citadel design with the Citadel slope decks. And then it has like a perfectly fit turtleback looking piece of armor, but it doesn't overlap any, it just fits on there. It's pretty interesting. Kind of sticks out in the back a little bit. There it is. Let you guys look at it. Moving on. Pause it if you guys want to look at the armor viewer. Moving on. Implacable. Entered service 1945, ships in a Series 2. The most advanced British aircraft carrier of World War II. She was inferior to her foreign counterparts of comparable dimensions in terms of the number of aircraft her air group comprised, but boasted a conceptual advantage that enhanced the ship's survivability: an armored flight deck. Now that's a beast of a ship. Look at it. So I really hope you guys watching these videos are enjoying them. So I'm having fun doing these type of videos. I think it's pretty cool. These planes look freaking awesome. Now I know some stuff in these videos might change, you know, the ships are going to change a little bit when they come to console and stuff, but I'm sure there's some nerd, you know, people that just want to nerd out and look at the ships like I do. It's all good. It's good to nerd out sometimes. Everybody does it in their own way. Alright. Maneuverability. She's scooting along at 32. It's a pretty common theme for the carriers. You know, they got to be able to keep up with the groups, the battle groups. So 30 knots. Minimum. Aircraft. Get the Fireflies. Barracuda Mark V's. And Barracuda Mark V's also for the bombers. They look like a pretty beefy plane. They could probably take a beating before they get shot down. Armor layout. These ones have the most unique armor layout of all of them because of their armored flight decks. 76 mil plating armor in the center of their deck. 38 surrounding it, and 25 on the edge. It's going to be pretty resistant against HE shells. It'll definitely fare better than some of the other countries. Well, nations, I always call it country. Alright. That's the Citadel. Pretty ugly. Got some skirts. Well, let's take the skirts off. That's her casemate armor. Auxil room. Pretty cool ship. Let me do some side shots of it for you. Boom. There it is. That's the Implacable. Moving on. Top tier, Audacious. (1945). This heavy aircraft carrier project, designed at the end of World War II, represented a further development of the Implacable class. Her large dimensions allowed her to overcome the major drawback of her predecessors, the relatively small number of airplanes she could carry on board. The aircraft carriers initially laid down as the Audacious class were completed much later in the 1950s with a significantly modified design. Great girl. Pretty well armored. Like this area on the other ships is much more open. Doesn't have all these armor plates and stuff. Alright. That's a closer look at her. How fast is she scooting? 32 knots. Okay, not bad. Get the Blackbird Firebrand. Nice looking plane. And then same thing for the torpedo bombers. All three planes, all of them are the same actually. I just kept it real. I just like put different ammo on them. Same plane, easier to repair them all. Everybody's worked on them on the boat. Makes sense to me. Keep it simple. So you don't have to have different mechanics that know how to work on the different types of planes. You know what I'm saying? Keep it simple. Armor layout. 102 mil deck, armor decking, surrounded by 38 and 25. Forward end plating 21. Citadel armor belt 114. Torpedo belt 114. Side bulge 25. 25 casemate. Basically no armor. You're gonna get tore up if you get shot in the side of any aircraft carrier. That's just all there is to it. This one here is designed for plunging fire coming in at you. %, and to protect the center of the ship down here. Let's get your side shots for you. Boom. Well, that's the British carrier line, guys. I enjoyed making these 4 videos. It was awesome. You guys seem to enjoy it. And I enjoyed making them, so that's all that counts. Hopefully the carriers come out soon. You know, I'm thinking at least first quarter of this year they should be out. Pretty sure that's what they said at Wargaming. Sorry, I backed up a little bit there. So we'll see. If you guys want to stay up to date that everything that has to do with aircraft carriers or World of Warships Legends, subscribe to the channel. Leave a like in the comments. Let me know if you guys want to see some carrier gameplay from the computer. I'm not the best carrier player, but I can play some games and just make a couple videos. If that's what you want to see, I'll make it happen. If you got any questions about anything with World of Warships, ask me. I respond to all message in the comments. You guys give me the time to watch the video. I give you the time to respond. See you in the next video, guys. Peace.